Hey YouTube, this is my Theros Prerelease event review, and I'm going to take a look at a few cards right quick. I'm going to jump right into it. I ended up taking the green Path of Might. I signed up a little bit later than everybody else, so I was kind of thinking about playing black, but black was already gone, and I thought, you know what, why not play green? It can be pretty aggro, pretty beatdowny. And I thought, why not? And after having looked at the set, because I didn't really get a chance to get a good look at it before the pre-release, I gotta say, it definitely seemed like the right way to go. I was picking it kind of because I thought it's beatdowny and I thought there might be a lot of hexproof, and I didn't get much hexproof, but it didn't really seem to matter. The removal that was out there did not really do too much to me at all, and I steamrolled everybody. I got some good stuff, but it's just good colors too for this format, and it's also looking pretty good for sealed and draft play. This was a sealed deck. I'll go ahead and show you my mana curve right quick. I had enough justification that I splashed a little blue, so I got 2 islands, and I got 7 plains and 7 forests for a total of 16 lands. My 40 card deck. Um, and my creature lineup, I had the Nylea that came with the deck, and she's pretty good. Her buff and trample was really most of what mattered. Her devotion thing, though, can turn her into a 6/6 creature when you got devotion of 5 or greater, which is pretty nasty. When she actually went active, I pretty much won that turn. Anthusa was cool. When she heroics, you can make 3 lands into 2/2 creatures, which is awesome. But to be honest, I never really drew her, so even though I thought she would have been amazing, it never really mattered too much. Same went for this guy. I actually got a Boon Satyr, who's arguably one of the best bestow creatures. But once again, I didn't seem to draw him very much. But it just didn't really matter. One card I did draw quite a bit was this Fleecemane Lion. He's a 2 mana 3/3, and he can go monstrous for 5 mana and become like indestructible and hexproof, and he turns into a 4/4. He's pretty beastly in a set where like everything seems to boost size. But I think part of what really sealed the deal was the fact that I got 3 Wingsteed Riders. This is what sealed the deal for me going into white. I had some good red removal that made me want to maybe not use the Fleecemane Lion, but these guys really pushed me over the top for white, and it was definitely the right way to go. The creatures are just so big in this set that the red damage-based removal isn't nearly as good. I got Observant All-Seed, and I've heard some people say they didn't really care for this. Even though it bestows at 5, though, the size combined with the vigilance makes this tough to beat, and it doesn't matter if the creature dies, obviously, because you get the leftover vigilant creature from bestow's effect. Hopefully, Eidolon, this was also pretty good. Once again, just for the bestow, really. I got this guy, Chronicler of Heroes. He was basically a 3-drop for 3, because he never seemed to draw me the card very often, but it didn't really matter. I had 2 Leaf Crown Dryads, good little 2/2 beat sticks for 2. Beats the heck out of Grizzly Bears, since they bestow, of course. Part of the reason I went blue is because I had this guy, this Agent of Horizons, who for 2 and a blue can make himself unblockable, which is pretty nasty. I also ran a Nessian Asp, who can just get monstrous, but he's just a 4 or 5, he was just a big beater late game. And this Vulpine Goliath guy, who I don't think I ever played him, but I would like to have. Basically, they died usually before I even cast it, but had they been a little bit faster to keep up with me, I think, at the event, this guy definitely would have been a nice finisher. Never had any complaints about him. My only worry about the deck was the fact that I only had 1 removal card, and it was Divine Verdict. But it served me well, helped me keep up the tempo, so that was nice. Feral Invocation was nice. It's a flash enchantment that's +2/+2, helps trigger your heroic, which is really the key to winning. Same goes for Battle-Wise Valor. And the Scry helped me dig for stuff, which was nice. Nice little surprise boost to heroic. Savage Surge, similar kind of logic, helps me trigger my heroic and untap things to block. I had Fade into Antiquity because a lot of creatures are also enchantments, so this was quite nice, and it exiles, which gets around Bestow. So it's quite good, even though it's not an instant 3 mana. It was quasi removal. I did have one other blue card of sorts, and it was Aqueous Form, which lets me scry every time the enchanted creature attacks, and the enchanted creature is also unblockable. So it was a nice card. It was always good when I got it because I basically put it on somebody who was heroic, and then use that extra push on like the Wingsteed or something to really put the damage on. And there was even more unblockability because I had Prowler's Helm, which was quite nice. It doesn't trigger heroic because it's an activated ability. But it still makes your quite fat creatures get through for free, basically, at a reasonable cost, so it's quite a good addition. I tried the Witch's Eye. It was okay. It was a nice way to spend mana, and I did occasionally use it to scry a little deeper and look when my deck was threatening to be a little bit slower and help me keep my tempo up. So I'd say it was a good card. For lack of anything a little bit more effective, no other boosting cards, this turned out to be a good fill for that last slot. So yeah, this was the deck. I took first place, and the event was full. There were like 30-something people. They sold out, and it won me this playmat, 14 packs, and I'll show you some of the stuff I got in just a sec. And also, they opened a From the Vault collection, and I got first pick of the cards that came out of it, and so I got the Jace, which is like over $100. So that was awesome. I even get some free sodas from this place called Rocket Fizz. You should check it out online in Tyler, Texas. And they're like this soda and candy shop, and they help sponsor the event. So that was awesome. And I mean, free soda. I mean, why not, right? I mean, gamers, soda. That's always a good mix. So that's how we maintain our peppy personalities. But yeah, so I got a lot of swag from the tournament. That was awesome. I also got this cool The Hunter card, which now I have to collect all 9 from all the future events because yeah, they look cool, and I don't know what they're for yet, but gotta catch them all, right? We were trained by Pokemon. The rares I got Spirit Heliod. That's an interesting card. This Prognostic Sphinx, he's pretty neat. I don't know if he's really gonna be worth it in constructed, but the fact that he can make himself hexproof by surprise is nice, and he can scry 3 when he attacks, and that's kind of cool. Shipbreaker Kraken, I like this guy for limited formats at least. Curse of Swine, yeah, I can see that maybe making constructed play. Probably not, but you never know. Sylvan Caryatid, nice little mana maker there with hexproof, so it's a reasonable blocker with that 0/3 body. That's good. Arbor Colossus. The only match I lost all day was my very first one. I won every other match undefeated. This Rageblood Shaman guy cost me one. Just because him and all those other Minotaurs, they're so big and they're so cheap and they're so fast. This guy's really something to watch out for in Limited. I don't think they'll quite make it in Constructed, probably knowing how things go, but in Limited, those Minotaurs are definitely scary. They're super fast and they're really big. And this guy makes them all trample, which is pretty fierce. Labyrinth Champion, that guy's kind of, yeah, he's pretty good. It lets you like shock people whenever you heroic him. That's not bad. So he can shoot creatures out of his way and go through. That's pretty awesome. Hammer, it's alright. Night Howler, this guy could have some potential if you combo around him. He can give big boosts on Bestow and then be a big creature. Whip, it's alright. Got another Fleece Mane Lion out of my prize packs, which is awesome, so I'm already on my way to kind of a Celestia thing there. Triad of Fates, I think it's a little too slow, but its effect is still cool because you can flicker stuff or just exile stuff straight up. But you can also draw cards, so you can either help yourself or hurt your opponent. It's interesting. Steam Augury, which is sort of like a weird Fact or Fiction wannabe. A Crow and Horse is, yeah. And I got Temple Silence as one of those Scry lands. I don't know, I guess those are going to probably see play. I hate that they don't give you an option to come in untapped, but they still let you scry, so that's awesome. And there were a few cool uncommons of note that I broke. This Phalanx Leader is just ridiculous for like a white weenie build, because when he heroics, he gives a 1/1 counter to all your creatures, including himself, for 2 mana. So this guy's ridiculous. At least he starts as a 1/1. Favored Hoplite, he gives himself 1/1 counters and can't take damage, and he starts as a 1/2, so he's going to be hard to kill in the early game. He's pretty nasty. Glare of Heresy, mirror match for white weenie or white v anything. Dissolve, excellent counterspell, can't wait to play that. Centaur Battlemaster, this guy is a hidden gem. I can't wait to play him in Limited. He came in on my prize packs, but he's a 3/3 for 5, but then every time he heroics, he gives himself 3 1/1 counters. He's a beast. Watch out for this guy, big burner. Can't wait to play Magma Jet again. That was an amazing reprint. Logi's Marauder, hey, your whole army gets Intimidate. That guy's nice. Dark Betrayal, Black Mirror Match, good side deck card. Destructive Revelry, I can see this maybe getting play, because it's like a 2 mana artifact enchantment kill that also shocks to help you keep up an aggressive tempo. I can see that in Gruul. So anyway, that was my Theros pre-release, and until next time, like, comment, subscribe, and check out my channel for more cool gaming content.